Absolutely savage insults, according to Reddit. Number 25. Your mother was a hamster and your father smelled of elderberries. I think I'm gonna need a break after that one. A little bit too savage for my taste. Number 24. I don't know why, but this exchange between Dawn and Pete in Mad Men always felt like the greatest burn. Seemed mad classy in the way that the Dawn says it. Pete complains on and on about Dawn. I pity you. And Dawn says, I don't think about you at all. Well, that's funny because it speaks to what I believe the truth of this whole list is. And not to interject extremely early, but this list is asking the question, what insult makes you sound classy? And I feel like the answer is right in the question there. If you are truly in another class to somebody, you don't need to insult them because what they think of you is irrelevant. It's not going to change that they're beneath you. You know what I mean? So why are you trying to outclass anybody? The idea of even considering yourself in another class is itself classless. If it is what it is, then it is what it is. You know what I mean? You don't need to go above and beyond. So to be honest, the classiest insult that you can make is no insult at all. It's just to shrug your shoulders and allow them to, I don't know, implode from the inside out, because the biggest thing that you can do is not pay people the attention that they seek. You know? Don't give them that benefit. Number 23 is deleted. We'll leave that a bitch. I could go retrieve it. Number 22. Life is full of disappointments. Just ask your parents. Hilarious. Let me try to retrieve that deleted entry. Hello to everybody in the stream chat. I figured a fun exercise would be if you guys tried to hit me with what you considered a savage insult. Hit me with it. Hit me with it. Hope everybody's having a great day. So I'm just going to scroll down from the top. And when we find deleted entries, we'll roll with those. So here's one. This person has a couple. He can compress the most words into the smallest idea of any man that I know. That's so rude. That's another way of saying you can say a lot, but not say anything at all. Some cause happiness wherever they go, others whenever they go. Ooh, implying that only when you die will people be happy. Oscar Wilde had the best insults. You could say Oscar was out there wilding. He had the wildest insults. I said it, okay? I said it. Guys, I need to make $100 in like 10 minutes, okay? And I'm gonna try something crazy by the end of the day. You guys are not gonna be in the mood for it, but you know, I know me, I know you, I know the world, and it's gonna go well. Trust me, you know. And if not, then I'm willing to endure some of the most savage insults that you can levy at me. Just, you know, hit me with the absolutely savage insults that I'm equipping you with right now. Number 21. Anything that starts with all due respect. I feel like I say this a lot to Stripes. I feel like I say a variation of this to Stripes all the time. I'm basically saying, and I don't want to come off, you know, mean by saying this or whatever. And then I just say some stupid, mean shit. Number 20. You shouldn't act hard to get when you're hard to want. Well, there it is. Number 19. You have a face for radio. I have a face for radio. And a voice for newspapers. Hey, should I be reading the comments here? I feel like I'm missing out if I'm not reading the comments. We're gonna read the comments going forward. How about that? Sorry, it has come to my attention that the D-Live chat is not available. I need to go fish that out if you'll give me a moment. Thank you. Just give me that moment. And then, anybody who is in the D-Live has the ability to throw their gifts into the chat to keep things a little interesting. So, I believe that's that. Shouldn't be anything crazier than that. There's Reese Bandit with a, and of course Nat with the kitty cat. And a little pug licking the screen up there. That's a new one that I haven't seen. So as we continue up to number 18, he had delusions of adequacy. Oh my god. When just being normal is what you dream of. Number 17. I don't know what your problem is, but I bet it's really hard for you to pronounce. Ugh.
Thank you for the early stream. I have a 15-hour day at work and this list will definitely help.
Well, you know what? I love you, Mandy. Thank you for that donation, which brings me ever closer to my goal, boy. And I don't know. I'm going to be looking through some lists and trying to get them out there. So excuse if this is like a very quick list. I'm going to be trying to roll them out in a fairly concise manner. So number 16. Somewhere out there, there's a tree.
Honk honk.
Hey.
Honk honk.
Thank you for that follow over on D-Live, my man. I appreciate that. I appreciate you. I can't believe I'm saying that I appreciate evil. The jokes never cease in the Cyael stream. Number 16. Somewhere out there, there's a tree whose single purpose on Earth is to replace the oxygen that you waste. Go find it and apologize. Yeah, apologize. All these years after your birth. Like Philip Mewson. Someone says, this sounds like a drill sergeant insult. Well, Doug Kavanaugh, thank you for that follow. Hot shit. It would appear as though someone's calling my name in the chat. Guys, if you have insults that you want to share with me, call my name because it'll make it easier for me to see when you're typing it. Chief says, hey Cyael, the best insult that I've used, the only reason I'm calm to you when you talk shit to me is because I don't find you threatening. Don't confuse my kindness for weakness. It's alright, you know. It's alright. I feel like the don't confuse my kindness for weakness thing is like it's a bit I'm very badass at the end of it. But the first part's alright. I mean, I'm always calm when you talk shit to me because you're not threatening. You know what I mean? It shouldn't even be I don't find you threatening. You should reduce them in a way that makes them seem non-threatening to anyone, you know? You should make them seem like the type that even a woman wouldn't be scared that they could be overpowered by. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. You see, you got to take it to Savage Town, you know, where the girls just laugh. They point and they laugh. What would you do it with? Did you bring a dildo with you? See, you know, emasculation on the genital front as well. You know, you gotta attack their manhood, man. I'm just saying. Go further with this. Get psychological. Number 15. You're very disappointing. That's it. That is it. Congratulations. I hope everybody's having a great day. I really can't wait to see what D-Live looks like probably in a week when more people get onto it and then everybody can, you know, have their own gifts and stuff. Hey, honeybee, I appreciate that lemon. That may be the first lemon of the day. It may be the only lemon of the day. Number 14. All I know is that one of us is right, and the other one is you. It's good to have an opinion. Two of these things are separate things, and you delivered them as if they were one. I think it's all in the delivery for it's good to have an opinion, too. Like, as soon as somebody speaks, you just go, it's good to have an opinion. Yeah. Oh, boy. Some people struggle with the idea that what they have are opinions,
honk,
though.
Honk, honk.
Did I just get a follow? You know, I appreciate that, Adamola. Damn, Reese Man did an ice cream, too. You know? You're icing my wounds right now. And I appreciate this. I appreciate you. Honeybee says, when life gives you lemons, give them to Cyael. You can give me lemons. You can give me ice cream. You can give me diamonds. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. How am I going to get $100 by the end of the day? I know that you're wondering. I think the main thing you're probably wondering is how you can do it. Because I believe that you can do it, too.
Boy.
But I won't suggest it to you until after the day, the day passes and it actually works out for me, because it'd be ridiculous for me to suggest something to you that didn't work for me. Then I'd just be a con artist. There's enough of those on YouTube. And I love you all. Con people you hate. No, don't con anybody. Don't con anybody. The Cyael channel does not condone the act of conning anyone. Condone. Number 13. As per my last email... Somebody says my mind replaces as per my last email with can't you read, you son of a bitch. Amazing. Number 12. Are you an organ donor? I'd hate for your life to be a total waste. Ooh. Thank you for that lemonade. I hate it. I hate that I can't even say it without it coming out like a joke. There's someone named Aid in my D Live, and when they donate a lemon, I say thank you for the lemon, Aid. Good Lord. Jermaine says my first 2 paragraphs were he insult forgot to tag. Jermaine says, most savage insult I've done has been when a girl kept bothering me throughout the years for no reason. And one time when I was laughing, well, dude, if a girl's probably bothering you, she's probably into it, Because if girls are going to bother you, they'll do it in a group so that they can enjoy, teasing you. But if it's just one girl, I mean, she won't do. But I guess if you're not interested, you're not interested, So there's that. I'm just saying that's the reason, I guess. So the girl's bothering you, and one time when I was laughing, she said my laugh made me want to kill herself. Made me want to kill herself.
Honk. Honk, honk.
Awesome car, I appreciate this. I'm not sure I've ever gotten so many followers so quickly on D Live. So congratulations on my 3 in under 10 minutes anniversary, bing bong. I almost said ejaculation splash, but that's a quick way to get demonetized. Did you just say what you almost said in a way that you were trying to avoid saying it, so that there's the demonetization right there. If I'm gonna be demonetized, I might as well do it in style. So first of all, thank you for that 420 donation earlier, my man. I love you, Mandy. You're the one who rocks the mic right in here, as they say.
Smoke weed every day.
And I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys know when I'm in the splash zone, because I have queued up that noise that I used to make in a lot of old lists, but I almost retired it. So listen, finally, Jermaine says this girl used to bother him, right? And she said that his laugh, I'm guessing, made her want to kill herself. So he replied, your mole makes me want to kill your mole makes me want to kill herself for Jermaine, is English your second language? because I don't want to roast you in the losing fight with your keyboard, until I know. So, admittedly,
Honk honk. Honk honk.
Chief Ramirez, I really do appreciate that. Thank you for that follow. Most I've gotten. If I can get to 200, I can get partnered over there. But I guess I've given you an out here, Jermaine. I don't want this to turn into me insulting you, and I wouldn't take it to a savage, land. A savage land filled with barbarians. And savages all. Sorry.
Oi.
Thank you for the lemon, Ramirez. Allison Rain says, I have a few that I've been floating around. You expired bottle of ranch. You eggplant piece of shit. You unsalted stick of butter. Go back to dumpster diving for ham scraps. You 6-piece chicken McNobody. Pretty sure I've heard all of these. Yeah. In the vein of the you lint liquor type comments. Thank you for the lemon car. Adamola says, I still wonder how Cyael can pronounce my name easily when other people struggle. My name is Cyael. It's a pleasure to meet you. So as we continue with this list, and I'm reminded that I need to put the song on loop.
After sex insult. Well, that was like throwing a hot dog in the Grand Canyon.
I like hot dog down a hallway. It rolls off your tongue a little bit better. But Grand Canyon, I guess, is a bit more savage, huh? And that's sad, And I like your comment because I guess it works with girls and guys, huh? With ladies and men. And the dude turns back and he's like, are you in yet? Oh my gosh. It's gaping, ladies and gentlemen. So once again, I love you, Mandy. I appreciate this. Tree fitty, bing bong. And thank you for donating via Streamlabs, because that's the way I'm actually going to get that quickly. You're going to knock off me even ending up having to try to put this $100 plan into action. Ridiculous to say the least. So as we continue up this list of absolutely savage insults, we arrive at the final 11. If you were half as funny as you thought you were, you'd be twice as funny as you are. I like that one because it makes you stop and think. Not too long, though. Long enough. Jermaine Donald says, no, go ahead, Cyael, roast me. Wait, is it your first language, though? Answer the question. Are you saying, bruh, that was a lot of errors back to back. Made me mad that I even read it. And then you were all like, my first 2 paragraphs were insult. Forgot to tag Cyael, go back. This is what this comment means. It means go back and read my comments. But you, having already written them, understand that they're full of errors and would make you sound like an idiot. And you know that I'm really critical of reading something from my own, stream chat and having it be full of errors. You had the opportunity to not only redraft it so that hopefully the next time that when I saw it, it wouldn't be a nightmare. But instead you go with, most savage insult I've done is this girl kept bothering me throughout the year for no reason. And one time when I was laughing, she said my laugh made me want to kill herself. So I replied, your mole makes me want to kill herself. What? Twice. 2 times. Put one finger up and then put another finger up by it. That's how many times, back to back, you were like, guess what? And then you could have rectified this error, but instead you were like, man, what am I going to do? Type that again? I'm a busy man, said Jermaine Donaldson. It's not a roast. It's just an observation. And I guess I am charmed by your, I don't want to describe that. Number 10, you're not the dumbest person in the world, but you better hope he doesn't die. Hey, I'm not talking to you, Donald. Okay, this is what this entry says, right? The rest of this list is not directed at Jermaine, okay? Jermaine's a great guy. He has his whole life ahead of him. And hopefully the dumbest person in the world has their whole life out of him as well, because he wouldn't want to be promoted. You know what I'm talking about, Donald? You don't want that promotion. Sometimes you don't want that promotion, okay? That's what I'm saying. Look at Nat and Aid. You got the little dancing Pepe. I like that. DJ Piff says, "What's good, Cyael? I'm working, but glad I caught your stream. I never realized how whack Destiny was until you kept pointing it out. Destiny's not like a bad game. It's just one of those games that's extremely repetitive and somehow gets people to check in and do the same thing over and over, and is extremely slimy about it. As you know, I don't want to keep rehashing the same point. The fact that Destiny came out incomplete but charged people $60, then charged them $20 for a DLC, then charged them $20 for a DLC, and still was arguably incomplete, and then they had the audacity to charge people again for a $40 DLC, and now they're all like, oh, well, you know what? It's free, but you still have to buy the $40 DLC if you want to access the endgame content. It's just a little slimy, you know? And when you're advertised a burger and you go and you buy, what's essentially one bun and a meat patty, that's not even like a complete sandwich, homie. It'd be one thing if you didn't give me the tomatoes and the lettuce and the pickles or the onions, you know what I'm talking about? But to not have both pieces of bread, you got me fucked up, right? So put aside that it's repetitive and grindy, there are a lot of other games that are committing that sin, so to speak. You know, I really like when, look back there at the Dancing Pepes. You see the one that Nat has, it's kind of like a normal one. But if you look at the one that Aid has, that one moves a little bit faster, and it also has like what we could consider like club lights on it, like rave lights or something. And it is clearly the superior one, I guess, if you're, I don't know, really ADD. Thank you for the lemon, hacker man. But I feel like every time I've ever seen Nat use her normal one, Aid has to use the other one in like a way to go, mine's better, I'm one-upping you. And I've seen him do that at least 5 times. I just thought I would throw that out there. It's not an insult, it's just an observation. I feel like I'm saying that a lot. Forgive me. So yeah. DJ says, still a big Halo fan. Halo is 1,000 times the game that Destiny was, and it required a bit of thought on the battlefield, which is fun. The thing about Destiny is that it's just a game that's meant to make you feel like a big shot. It truly is a game for a dad, or maybe even somebody that doesn't eat or consume many games, that just wants to come home and feel like a badass. It's like you have an overpowered nail gun and you're just running through rooms filled with balloons. Do you get what I'm saying? Some other games, they actually want to challenge you, you know what I mean? I don't want to bring up Dark Souls, but it's pretty much the opposite end of the spectrum. Destiny will not challenge you. And I like to think about how if you were to play through Halo and put it on like the hardest difficulty, it would actually be difficult and you would be dying, like, just trying to make it through, because you gotta pace yourself properly, you gotta know when to reload, you gotta position yourself properly and not get flanked by some of the enemies that rush, not get picked off by some of the enemies sniping and shit like that. Destiny really just has enemies with shields and maybe they recharge over time, but it's never like you're in danger. So I don't know. I want a challenge when I play a game, and Destiny is not that at all. So, people are free to like it, and it's not the end of the world. It's just kind of lame. Number 9, I hope your day is filled with people like you. Well, if you're playing Destiny, you're going to find a hell of a lot of other people like you, boy. Ugh. And I hope your day is as pleasant as you. One thing I used to get was a lot of people like upset and saying how, they play Destiny because of this, they play Destiny because of that, but nobody says that anymore. I'm hoping that everybody has moved on, and that would be good. But if they haven't, that's fine too. Do what you do. I just wish Bungie wasn't so like slimy, man. They would lie about experience, and they would like half what you were doing based on the amount of time. Oh my God, Brad. Oh my God. Wow, Brad, you didn't even leave a comment. That's so badass. Aren't you a badass, man? Thank you so much. So Cyael, don't read my apology, says Jermaine. I don't know if this is reverse psychology, but of course I want to read it, man. He says, it is my first language. Yeah, goodness, I will be very careful in the future. Make it as clear as my internet history. Wow. Is that an apology? Did you go to the Philip Mewson School of Apologies, man? And I don't need you to apologize. I don't need you to do better either. I just think if you're going to call my attention to something, that you should, I don't know, unless you were deliberately making it stupid for the sake of entertainment, then maybe I owe you something. You know what I mean? But that's just like I'm thinking way too hard into that. Let's continue up this list. I hope your day is as pleasant as you. Wait. Ooh. I didn't realize how that could be mean. Number 8. I can only explain it to you. I can't understand it for you. Classic. A special thanks again to Brett for his donation. Can't believe it. We're $12 towards my girl. Soon I will have it all. It seems to be some kind of Pepe face-off in the D-Live. Oh my god. Which Pepe is superior? You guys love those gifts. Oh my gosh. Number 7. You consistently meet my expectations. Rude. Number 6. It is impossible to underestimate you. Wow. Oh my god. Number 5. I do desire we may be better strangers. Ooh. We should be better strangers. Now that's one I've not heard. And it's by Shakespeare. Jermaine Donaldson says Destiny 2 could have been a turnaround like Battlefront 2, but I guess it's kinda too late. Can I tell you something? Well, damn, baby.
Plus, Ultra Mother Trucker, love your streams and the passionate tangents.
Well, Deku, I appreciate this. I appreciate you. Thank you for that hardcore 420 and 350 donation. What a badass.
Smoke weed every day.
And the 350. What the hell? My 350 button's gone. Who could have done this? Somebody sabotage me?
What's 350?
$3.50.
350. 350.
I personally uploaded this to that site, so I'll always have it. It just wasn't on my my soundboard, which is bizarre. So to quickly address what Jermaine is saying about Destiny 2, listen, I'm forced. Destiny is made by Bungie, and Bungie does suck. So I want to say I don't hate the player, I hate the game. But in this case, I hate both of them. You know? If Bungie is the player and Destiny is the game, I'm forced to hate both of them because it's so shady, it's so rude, it's so disgusting. If y'all know anything about Destiny, then you know about Bungie trying to fire Marty O'Donnell, the guy that did all the music for their game, because he was done with the majority of the music. And then they tried to get away with basically selling his music and having the music in the game and basically just making money off of the dude without paying him anymore, because that's how Bungie rolls. But Marty O'Donnell took their dumbasses to court and won, and will receive any and everything royalty-wise until such a time, I guess, as they decide they don't want Marty's music in the game. And that shit's woven into the game now. Listen, it's indicative to the type of slimy shit that Bungie does behind closed doors, even though they're, you know, really focused on making people think that they're a good company, okay? So they've been caught on plenty of times doing what we call throttling the experience, which is basically telling you that you're getting a certain amount of experience, but then you're not getting it. And listen, this was a fire that, like most gamers, had already stopped playing Destiny, but we were just watching from afar. We were like, God damn, it's that bad. It is that bad. And it really was. It was like the Fallout. Destiny 2 was like the Fallout 76 of the time. But here's why I used the phrase here's why I wanted to use the phrase I don't hate the player, I hate the game, is because Destiny already showed that they could get away with selling you something that's not complete and then making you pay for it, okay? So here's the bottom line. If I'm running a burger shop, right? And people are coming into my shop and they paying the same amount that they would pay for a burger somewhere else, but I'm selling them burgers with like no ketchup, no lettuce, no tomatoes, no pickles, just a burger, really. And then they're willing to pay extra for the things that I initially advertised. Why would I change my plan? Why would I change my strategy if I know that I can nickel and dime these dumbasses and they'll keep paying me? You know? So Destiny 2 is exactly like Destiny 1. They're doing it because they know that people will continue to buy it. Not everybody. Of course, half of us are going to move on and have a great time in shit like Apex, shit like Fortnite. You know, even if it's for a small time we're having some fun, it is legitimately fun. And it's not the same. It's not arduous. It's not redundant and fucking, oh my God, like, it's brain dead. Destiny is brain dead. It is a game that you can, and here's the thing, there is totally a place for brain dead games in the landscape, you know, something for you to just turn on, you know, listen to some music, not really focus, and just let you can play it on what we call autopilot.
Honk, honk. Honk, honk.
Thank you, my man Vic Flair, for that follow. But the bottom line is, a game that I'm playing on autopilot, I shouldn't be paying over $100 for. So if you got Destiny just now on like PS4 because it's like free right now and all you have to pay is $40, that's not that bad. But if you were here from the beginning and you have to pay $60, then $20, then $20, then $40 for a game that is basically you on a goddamn hamster wheel with a power fantasy that you're the baddest, you're the bravest, you kick ass. You're not gonna die. You're unstoppable. Oh my gosh. It's just whack. Battlefront 2, I played that recently because it was so cheap. It was like $6 and I was like, damn, I gotta pick this up. And what's sad about it is it's an amazing game, you know? It's grindy, but you unlock things to play in a multiplayer primarily game. You're playing against other people. That's where the fun comes in. So unlocking stuff to throw on your gay little character to make him a little better, maybe get him different hats and stuff like that. That's, you know, irrelevant. It falls by the wayside. But to see how faithful it is to the Star Wars franchise, like as far as, you know, the execution of all of the different characters and the love coming from, like, when I see skins from like a little cartoon Star Wars is in the game, it's like, damn, that shit's cool. Going to those different locations, going to Camino. I can't believe I'm getting into Star Wars. It was like that one week I wouldn't stop talking about Lord of the Rings. Number 4. I'd agree with you, but then we would both be wrong. That's a good one. That's a good one. You guys work with any like anti-vaxxers or like flat earthers? That would be so amazing if you guys had to share space with an unironic anti-vaxxer or flat earther. You know? Diana says, what a rip-off game. The bottom line about it, though, is I can't hate them for it because they found the biggest hole in the world. And it's that people will pay for it, you know? There's a quote, and I think it goes along the lines of, like, there's a sucker born every minute or something. And Destiny is like a wormhole for suckers. They got their ass. And I remember a while back, there was like all these, you know, like how you do like little dances and stuff, like emotes. I'm sure you guys are familiar with emotes, even if you don't play games, because Fortnite is famous for them. Fortnite has a bunch of dances that you can pay like, I don't know, like $5, some are like closer to a couple of dollars for and shit like that. That kind of shit exists in Destiny, but Destiny is a game that you pay for, you know? So to then have people paying extra nickel and dime in their ass for these dumbass emotes is just silly. It's weird. And I think when people had already bought the game, they were coming out with like a game of the year type bundle, like a big package, and it was coming with like exclusive emotes. So naturally all the people who already bought the game were asking, hey, is there a way for us to unlock those emotes in game without purchasing this thing? And the answer was hell nah. If you want this emote, of course you got to buy this stupid little bundle, even if you already have the game. And when people were like, that's unfair, they were like, you'll buy it. One of the dudes, I think his name was like Luke something, came out and was just like, don't like it, stop buying it. And that's pretty much the, I don't know. That's pretty much the long and short of it, is that people gonna keep buying it. So why the hell should they change anything? The next entry appears to be deleted. The one above, I'd agree with you, but then we'd both be wrong. So let me scroll down for another deleted entry. Here we... This one says, you use statistics like a drunk uses a lamp post for support rather than illumination. My God. My God. I feel like that insult is too smart for anyone you throw it at. That's sad. What can you do? Jade says, I'm not really sure. I've had a bad knee that flares up every now and then. Who knows what she's talking about? Traffic says, my classmate is a flat earther, so we roast him all the time. That poor kid. You guys are just feeding into his delusion of being oppressed. He goes home and writes on his blog about how everybody doesn't understand, and they tease me at school. And soon, I'll make them pay. I'll make them all pay on the day of reckoning. Sorry. What? YouTube, I can't make a joke? I can't make a joke about the day of reckoning? It's just a movie, okay? It's just a movie I'm thinking about. Oh boy. So Nat says, you should. You might end up injuring yourself more by ignoring it. Continuing. Oh, we're already at number 2 on this list. I've been called worse things by better people. I feel like we hear that quite often. Someone says, I use this at work probably once a week. I work in a restaurant. That's so rude that people have shit to say when they go to a restaurant. Why can't people just be classy and shut their damn mouth? Lil Bun says, hey Cyael, there are a few Yoda applause puppets on eBay. Most are pricey, but one is 90? That can't be possible. I'll check it out later. Thank you, Lil Bun. Why do you seem like somebody that I snap? Is that the truth? It's probably not. But number 1 here on the list of absolutely savage insults reads, I envy everyone that you have never met. I envy everyone that you have never met. Nice. Nice. If you see those, Lil Bun, or if you can be bothered, send me the links to those, please. I'd appreciate it. I'd appreciate it. Let me see here. The thing about eBay is that they're just starting bids, you know? That is how they get you. Oh my God, there's one in like mint condition. But it's $500. What the Bing Flubian? Oh my gosh. I don't think I want this dumb puppet anymore. Yeah, I need to focus on this TV for Mom. Things have shifted into a new gear, guys. Things have shifted into a new gear. So that's the way it goes, you know. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're having a good day and that things make even more sense. What Lobon is saying, they're not on the Discord. Well, I don't know. If you can't Snapchat and you can't Discord, then leave it as a comment on a video, maybe? Either way, I'll just go look for it later. And then sweat about it, because I do not have hundreds to throw at a puppet right now. Yeah. So, I was gonna read this other list, and I feel like I might as well, but it is a bit lengthy, you know? I'll go through it, since some of you are probably at work. This list is kind of similar to the first one, but it considers itself verbal bitch slaps. So, let's just continue. Number 23 on this list says, annoying girl was asking if I was gay. I told her only around girls like her. Nice. Number 25, my favorite, I'm not calling you a lying slut. I'm just saying that everything that comes out of your mouth is a lie, and everything that comes in your mouth is a dick. My word. Do you know that this is a Christian site? Okay? You're getting me in trouble. And it's not even worth it. Better be the biggest titties in the world. If this is trouble, that's Cameron. What was that? Is it like freaking out? Sorry, continuing. Number 22. I was like 16 years old. My girlfriend was mid-breakup with me. No, she was ranting about how stupid I was and how she was intellectually superior. I got mad and replied with, the smartest thing to ever come out of your mouth was my dick. So original. Haven't seen EP3 Lad in a while, if it is who I think I remember. Traffic says, there's this one kid who wrote a Satan Bible at my school. He's not emo, he's not a troubled kid. Oh yeah, his dad is a pastor. That's quite the wonderful anecdote. It seemed as though you were just constructing it as you went along. In a way, it was rather charming, Traffic. Jermaine Donaldson hits us with another gem. He says, oh, by the way, Cyael, speaking of insults, did you hear about Philip Mewson finally apologizing for a plagiarism? Like, okay, I guess you weren't in yesterday's video, mate, but I took time to talk about that. So yes, I heard about it, my man. I heard about it. With your bitch ass. Too early, says Jesus, the Destiny King. Hello, my Jesus. Hope everything's going well. EP3 Lad says, yes, it is me. I've been lurking for quite some time. Sorry, yeah, this is when I'm trying to stream like in the day. But again, it's not going to kill anybody to just watch my videos after the fact, you know what I mean? Even though I know that some people are upset that they can't watch the streams. But I wouldn't know it because nobody leaves comments. So if you are upset that I can't, stream when you would be available, tell me when the best time to stream would be for you. And I'll find a day and make it just happen at that time. Like I'm doing this at damn near 4 in the afternoon for me. Number 21. Back in 4th grade, a big black girl told me, you want a piece of my mind? To which I replied, you don't have enough to share. I still give 4th grade me props for that line. Number 20 on this list. I'm not very good at telling stories, especially since English is not my native language, but I'll give it a try. You didn't need to put this here. Now we're going to be preparing and bracing ourselves for a bucket of what the fuck. When I was 18 years old, I worked at McDonald's while finishing college. There was this woman that always acted like a bitch to me, pointed out every little thing that I did wrong, and just being kind of an asshole in general. The one day she asked me to do something that I hadn't done before, not sure what it was, something like cleaning the milkshake machine or whatever. So I asked her how to do that, and she responded by calling me a dumb kid, and got angry at me for not knowing how to do something that I'd never done before. And in response to that, I said, I'm dumb? That's iconic, coming from the 40-year-old that still works at McDonald's. And then I stood on the counter with one hand on my hip and my cape billowing in the breeze, and everyone clapped. She then yelled something at me, and her water broke. I'm kidding. And ran off. She had to cry in the bathroom for an hour. None of this is real. Sorry. If anybody blind is listening to me, it's not what it says. It's just boring. It's just boring and lame and long-winded.
Keep these short. Keep them short and good.
Short and good. Just like we knew they should. I want to thank my stream for being amazing and getting me $20 of the way to the 100. This is like the Cyael, like streamathon. I should do like one of those PBS styled, streams. I've thought about that in the past, right? Where I just stream until I get a certain amount of money, but then people would not donate to get me streaming longer. Do you get what I'm saying? It's confusing. How do you go about that? Do you make it so like every dollar puts more minutes on the clock or something? It's just a confusing concept to me. Someone smarter than me will have to figure out an idea. If it isn't Creeper Mama. Hello. As we continue up this list, we arrive at number 19. Oh boy. Another autobiography. This one is not mine, thankfully. A coworker of mine was 9 months pregnant. A week after, we threw her a baby shower. She went in for prenatal checkup and discovered that the baby had no heartbeat. They had to induce and deliver, and it was all just a really situation for her. They did have one of those photographers that specialize in taking baby photos of the babies that don't make it. And this sounds creepy, but I saw the photos and they were very tasteful. Not something you would hang on a wall, of course, but my coworker had a baby book with the photos and other mementos. They planned the funeral and some of us from work attended, and afterward we went to her house and she told us this story. So my coworker is at the store photo department to get the photos printed. She asked the lady behind her in line whether she wanted to go ahead because my coworker had a long list of photos with instructions and was probably going to take a while. The lady declined and my coworker went ahead to the counter. After about 10 minutes, the lady starts getting impatient. She taps her foot, mutters, starts craning her neck to see what's taking so long. Finally, she sees that my coworker is talking about baby pictures, and she says, "Do you really have to take this long? You're not the only person in the world with a newborn, you know." My coworker turns around and snaps, "No, but are you burying yours tomorrow? Because I am." The lady gave a horrified little shriek. Shut up probably feels like a horrible person every time she feels impatient behind someone in line. The comedy is, this bitch gave you the opportunity to go ahead of her, and you didn't take it. So now you back here getting impatient. Bitch, you should have fucking done what you were offered. Corny ass cunt. Got shit to say. You don't know people's lives. It doesn't cost people anything to shut the fuck up. You know? It costs me. It costs me to talk. Trust me, I know that in a big way. Dia's hair looks all over the place when she wakes up. Looks pretty cute. Looks pretty cute. She's got such long hair.
You know what my mom used to say whenever she'd see me wake up?
What?
Especially during my third shift job. She says, "You have such anime hair when you wake up."
It's like so wild though. As we continue up this list, we arrive at number 18. Am I really doing another full list?
Yep.
How in love with my stream am I? I got a new boss while I was super busy working on the important project. The important project? That says an important project. He insisted on micromanaging me despite having no experience in my field. He held daily 30-minute meetings so he could give me inane, irrelevant suggestions and even tasks. He was the attitude... Excuse me, I apologize. Jeez, man. He was of the attitude that if he was my boss, he must be way better than me in every way. I finally cracked and said, "I've never had a boss take such an interest in my work before. Usually they tell me what my project is and I report back when it is complete. I see that you want to get more involved in the process of creating the solution. I can recommend some courses to help get you up to speed." I kept it professional. but he felt the slap across the face as it was intended. He scaled back his attention greatly after that, instead choosing to focus on making my work environment a living hell. Never regretted a thing. I quit shortly after and let them replace me with 4 new staff members. I used to work way too hard. Well, damn. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, Aiden. And thank you, Traffic. Bless all of you. Bless all of you. Moving up. 17. Does it have to be at the time or in the argument I had in the shower after? This is, of course, an amusing observation about how you'll think of the best comebacks when you're in the shower following the event. Hardy, hardy, har. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Thank you, Creeper Mama. Number 16. My best friend for most of my young adult life banged my girlfriend of 2.5 years a lot while we were still together. I no longer associate with either of them, but they occasionally tried to talk to me, almost surely solely to make themselves feel better. I always handled it gracefully and ended it as soon as possible, but it started to get to me after a bit. One day I get a text from the guy. It says something about how he feels bad and how he wants to talk again when I've gotten over it and that he loves me and all this bullshit. I am completely over it. I don't want to talk to you because there are people in my life that are a lot more deserving of my time, and I intend to spend it with them. I'm not going to ease your conscience. I don't owe you that. All the best. And that was the end of that. It hurt to say, honestly, the breakup with him was tougher than the one with the girl, but it felt so good. What a dishonest bitch, dude. What a dishonest asshole. Like, Jesus. It doesn't cost y'all anything to just break up with somebody. It'll be fucking cruel and hard for them, but it's better than, like, having it be active while you're cheating. Creeper Mama says, my cat loves listening to Cyael streams with me. Oh my god. That's a very colorful way of saying that your pussy likes Cyael, you know? I went there. Was it savage, though? Was it savage, though? Traffic says,
This one girl called me a fat ass, and I wish I said, are you calling me or your mustache fat?
That's comedy heaven, dude. That's comedy heaven. It's like inadvertently funny. Come on. That guy may be some kind of secret genius. I would like if he had said it, I would love to have seen the look on her face when she processed that comment. Like, what? Number 15. A friend of mine was commenting on the new apartment complex they were building across the street. I live in Texas. Is that going to be some kind of gay complex? Me. Sounds like you already have a gay complex. Yuck, 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 yuck. This one sucks. Alright? Maybe I should just go up to number 10. This is the second list. Nobody can hurt me for doing that. But you're all about artistic integrity, Cyael. Artistic integrity? Just regular integrity. Number 14. This isn't so much a bitch slap as a rejoinder that I'm particularly fond of. At a restaurant with my boss and a few coworkers, when he is served his glass of wine, my boss comments on what he called a short pour. The place was moderately upscale, so the combination of the price and the fact that he was a bartender in his younger days made this a pet peeve of his. He told the server that in his opinion, it was about an inch shy. The server returns his glass, and the 4 of us concur it doesn't look like she added anything. She insisted she poured another inch as requested. My boss is now rather upset and looks to me for validation. Does that look like an inch? And then I say, if she thinks that's an inch, I need to date her. What a witty rejoinder. Delicious.
Isn't that like words by suicide too?
If she thinks that's an inch. Okay. People better stop trying to talk to my big D. Trying to get it girthy, Responds only to double T's of the double D plus variety.
Look, man, I can't get girthy.
Number 13. I was working at Burger King through high school. My manager, let's call him Mike, because that was his name, was pretty awesome. One night it was pretty busy. North Las Vegas had a cheer of special people. This better be politically correct, okay? Or else I'm going to have a big problem with this list. Honk, honk. Okay. We had one black woman. It's getting too PC for me. Kind of in a large side. Is there going to be like every episode here? That would be amazing. Not get everything her way. Oh no. Why she gotta be black? This is going to go off the rails. She proceeded to cause a major scene in front of the cashier station, calling Mike every name under the sun. Now, Mike was a very laid-back person, very calm, had the best poker face in the world. He could lay some shit down and you'd never know you'd been insulted until you had a day or two to consider it. This woman, at the height of her tirade, screamed at Mike,
You can eat my big black pussy.
And Mike responds, I'm not that hungry, ma'am. All that build up for that. Jeez. Somebody just called that girl Dua. They calling you Dua out in these streets. What it Dua? Ow. Number 12. Was buying sanitary towels for her teenage daughter, and the young lad at the checkout asked me if I was going through some changes. Ostensibly, to make his cute female coworker at the next till laugh, I simply replied to him, 2 words for you, son. Anal leakage. Ooh. His face went pale, and the girl he had been trying to impress started pissing herself laughing. What? I don't even want anything to do with that entry. Number 10. I'd just come into high school. No, I just come out in high school as like gay. And one of the assholes in my class decided to establish boundaries. He said, I don't care if you're gay. Don't try fucking with anything. Wait, don't fucking try anything with me. Sorry. To which I responded, don't worry, dude. Even I have taste. The ultimate gay clapback. The ultimate gay clapback. Why does traffic say when I wipe my butt, I see red? Number 9. Okay, it's irrelevant. Number 8. After my girlfriend cheated on me with a good friend, they started dating shortly after I found out. Got into a verbal fight with the guy at a party and said in front of everyone, including her, you had a party with your ex and this new guy. Next time you're making out, just know that her tongue has been 2 inches inside my asshole. Nice. 2 inches. Ooh, 2 inches, it's tonguing the hole. How can you console the rift in your soul? Lick da bing bong. Oh my god. Oh, number 7. I will share the time that I was on the receiving end. I was teaching a 6th grade class and had a problem after problem with this boy named Dakota. I sent him to the hall to speak to him in private. I go through the whole litany of respect, appropriate time, etc. Then I say, "It's time you start acting your age." And his response, no wait time at all, was, "I am acting my age. I'm 12. It was classic. It's true. You gotta let them kids be kids, especially the boys. You gotta let the boys be boys. You know what I'm talking about? And these days it seems that the girls being girls is just, trying to get the teachers into trouble by being provocative with them. And it is the teacher's fault too, They shouldn't let those stupid little those little kids sway them like that. Ugh. Everybody should hate kids. I don't know why people don't hate kids. I don't get it. That way it's easy, when they're all coming at you, you're just like, ugh, okay, stay away. That's the kind of teacher you should be. Look, I'll teach you bastards a lesson, but don't look at me, okay? Look at your papers. Heather Miller says,
Cyael, I swear, no one can read a list like you.
I love you. Thank you, Heather. Wow. Is that the truth? Is what you mean to say no one can stumble their way through a list like me? Number 6. My mom cheated on my dad multiple times, and my mom took half of my dad's possessions in the alimony. If that ain't just a Pringle in the asshole. She hasn't had a legitimate job in her entire life. She's always been dependent on my father. She had the audacity to tell me how the real world works because she said she's older and wiser than me. I told her I might not know much about the real world, but I sure as hell know more than you. You don't know anything about the real world. You just know how to manipulate a man who loved you. The only reason why you have a car, a house, money, is because just like your mouth, you don't know how to close your legs. That's the only reason, ma'am. You wish you said this to her old crusty bitch ass there. Is that what I should do to get $100 by the end of the day? Is find a man to marry and take care of me, and then break up with him and take half of all he owns. This summer, Cyael is Alimony the movie. Yeah. Cameo Samuel L. Jackson. You think you're the only guy trying to marry?
Honk, honk.
Sarath, I appreciate that follow over on DLive. Please allow me to take the time to throw your attention at my wish list, whose link is in the description. No, I shouldn't just talk about it. I should show you, okay? My wish list link. Is that even gonna work? Let's see. So thank you to everybody following on DLive. You get me that much closer to 200. Once I become a partner, I'll have more power than you could ever have imagined on that platform. But let's not talk about it now. Let's continue with this list, which in a way is a run-on list from the original list that I made about absolutely savage insults. Number 5. In a work, a girl was talking about how much being attractive matters. And although to a degree she was not wrong, she was just being a little bitch and browner.
I think it's okay to number people from 1 to 10, though. It puts people in their place and lets them know exactly how they should act or be expected to act,
And somebody goes, "Shut up, 4." Dude. Somebody said she was at least an 8. She was mad. Hey, that shit's hilarious. I don't know if you guys have ever been anywhere, okay? I don't know. I'm going to turn my mic down for this one. But if you have been anywhere and you hear somebody yell very quickly, very concisely, "Shut the fuck up!" You know what I mean? It's always funny. Can you remember the last "shut the fuck up" you heard? Just like somebody yelling that shit. Oh my god. Hey man, shut the fuck up.
At school, you'd at least hear it once a day.
Yo, I used to bark, laugh, because the laugh would just jump out of me, and I would be ashamed, kind of. Man, shut the fuck up. Oh god. Like it's the first time the phrase had ever been uttered too. And you know what? You know that one emote that I have where it's like the girl with the best, like she angry as hell. Look at that face. Oh God. That's how you feel. That's how whoever says it feels before they go, shut the fuck up. Oh my gosh. I love that. I love it. Allison says,
Cyael, we have several people like that at my work, and I've almost straight up punched them.
yeah, well, they got to tell you about whatever shitty television show they're watching, you know? I'm trying to get this TV, and I was really sitting there on the wish list, thinking of like the best thing to put in the comment for it. But I remembered this line from this asshole that says, I keep turning up the brightness on my TV, but it just gets dumber and dumber. Yeah, so I Googled that shit and found the exact quote. That's funny to me. I'm an old man, though. I'm an old man with a cane that I used to hit my TV with, and I wiggle the ears and make them get the good reception. You know, that static that you see on the gangster channels is background radiation that's been kicking around since the Big Bang, or so I've heard. Would you like to hear about why I used to put a lemon on my belt? What the fuck? An onion on my belt, which was the style at the time. Okay? I think the snot is trying to like fuse with my face. You know? I can't breathe soon. I can't breathe. Alright. Ugh. Jason says, I feel like I can't get the correct color brightness on my TV. Why do you say that? First, you got to go, well, I don't know. It could be the TV. It could be the TV. Jermaine Donaldson says, where's your P.O. box, Cyael? I'll be real. I'm way too horrified to ever set up no damn P.O. box, you know? You know? I'm not, hey, call it me paranoid. Call it me paranoid. I guess I've been in enough scary streams on phantom parts of the internet that may or may not exist to know better than to give anyone the opportunity to just send exactly what they want to me, okay? Because I'm going to say it here, and I don't nobody knows my address, so that they can't just send it to me, and I'm not encouraging it either way. But the only thing that I would want sold to me is a bit of the, you know what I'm talking about? So what? Just donate. You know, just go to the wish list. You know, drop off that $5, that $10, and you'll make my life. Because I nearly had to wake up Dia again this morning to try to scratch my back using a fork. What kind of man have I become? I'm not waking you up for that. Jesus says I've offered before, Cyael, to scratch my back, but then I'd have to scratch yours, you know? That's the way the saying goes. Number 4. I work in an office. The vice president declared that women are not allowed to be in the office building alone because it's not safe. The vice president also runs an office where everyone who is a manager is the boss of everyone who is not a manager. All the managers are men and can essentially boss around or abuse any employee. Hey, toots. There is one gigantic a-hole who makes me leave at 5 o'clock every day when I am super busy or have a deadline. He comes into my office all the time with a smug look on his face, knowing that I am powerless to stop him, and says, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. And then I have to drop everything and leave or face the consequences. Fast forward to our office party in front of really important guys that I play hands with. No. We start a game of poker. I play the innocent girl who knows very little about poker. I play my hands. It comes down to me and this a-hole. I lay down 3 aces, take all of his money, look him dead in the eye, and say, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. People still talk about that night around the office. Oh, wow. Now that's what I'm talking about. Number 2. The last thing an ex said to me was, you're going to die alone. And I said, better than having you here. Got him. Number 1, after I broke up with my ex, she said that I'll never find another girl like her. I said, that's the fucking point. And she cried. And I swear by the moon and the stars you suck balls, but not my balls. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Sorry, a response here says, as you uttered those final words, I hope you suavely leaned on the wall and theatrically lit a cigar while putting on a pair of sunglasses and generally looking cool as fuck. Poem for your Sprog. Responds, "Who cares," she said, and smiled a smile. A harpy from the days of yore could practice to its friends a while and never hope to match the whore. I caught the look and turned it round with all the bile and deep disdain and pain that raged within, and found a sudden calm descend again. "You'll never find," she said and sighed, "another girl like me for you," then smiled content till I replied, "I really fucking hope that's true." Like, alright guys, love ya. This has been This List. I hope to see you all soon. Thank you for being amazing. Thank you for getting me a prickle of the way there, you know. A special thanks to all of you. I just got a call that I have to return, so forgive the hasty departure from this list. To my Twitch subs, I appreciate you. I love you. To my patrons, you guys are unstoppable. You make things so much more easy to manage. My patrons. All the links are in the description. Thank you to my sponsors. Soon I think everybody will be able to click that join button on the channel, and we'll see just how long we can get away with this channel actually staying active. Because boy oh boy, YouTube is coming for me in a big way. And not in the giggity way, if you know what I mean. So, a special thanks to Bread for his donation. Love you. A thank you to I Love You Mandy for both of your donations. And a thanks to Deku for his donation. Love you everybody in the chat. If you need anything, you know, go into the description. It's all there. And you'll catch me again soon. If not later, then towards the end of the day for the typical stream. Have a great night.